second, two chapter.
Where are we?
By the word.
By the word of the Lord were the heavens made, and all the hosts of them by the breath of his mouth. For he spake, and it was. He commanded, and it stood fast. Psalm 33, 6, 9. He laid the foundations of the earth, that it should not be removed forever. Psalms 104, 5. And as the earth came forth from the hand of its maker, it was exceedingly beautiful. Its surface was
Diversified.
Mountains, hills, plains,
Spurs.
with noble river and lovely lakes. But the hills and mountains were not abrupt and rugged, and abounding with terrific steep and frightful chasms. As they now do, the sharp, ragged edges of the earth's rocky framework were buried beneath the fruitful soil, which everywhere produced a luxuriant growth of verdure. There were no loathsome swamps or barren deserts, graceful shrubs and delicate flowers, beautifying the eye at every turn. The heights were crowned with trees more majestic, flowers great in the eyes,
Majestic than any.
that now exists. The air, untainted by foul miasma, was clear and healthy. The entire landscape outvied in beauty the decorated grounds of the proudest palace. The angelic host viewed the scene with delight and rejoiced at the wonderful works of God.
Amen. Any, you wanna say something about that too, paragraph, Isaac?
Now,
No. So when when God created it from the beginning, it was perfect, beautiful. You cannot see any. There's no desert before. There's no swamp that's uh, swamp now that it's really
Sharp, rugged edges.
smells bad. But everything was perfect from the hands of the Creator. So everything was good, and it says there, by the word of the Lord were the heavens made, and all of the hosts of them, the breath of His mouth. For He spake, and it was so. So everything came from the Creator. Everything was good and perfect, and we knew now that because of Lucifer, uh, because of sin, now we are like this. Now we could see rugged cliffs and mountains that are sharp, and it turns 180 different. from the from the hands of God, it went the other way because of sin. Yes, yes.
Rugged.
There's no rugged edges of the earth's rocky framework. You know, all this, the one that we see now because of the flood. When God destroyed the wicked during Noah's time, now we have all these sharp uh, rocks in the mountains or in the cliffs already. We see, the trees that are before are taller than the trees that we have right now, and beautiful flowers are good. But now we have thorns. We have all these things now that comes up that it never happened before. Because of sin, all these things change. Okay, anybody would like to comment for this? More? Do you have more any input? I hope one day that these things, we know that it's gonna be more beautiful when God will recreate this thing or fix up all these things again. It says there that it's gonna be more beautiful than the first one. So it was already beautiful before. We couldn't even picture how beautiful was that, but now it's gonna be more glorious than the first one.
Ones that we see now, wow, they're so beautiful.
Yes.
But before,
That's
because we haven't seen it.
yeah. There's a lot of places that you can see that you will enjoy it. When we went to attend the wedding and we went swimming and the water is so clear and we're like, man, this water is so clear. The river before is clearer than the water that we have right now. How the river. How many rivers?
Four.
There are four rivers. David, can you name the four, David?
I believe it was the Euphrates, Gihon, Pison, and the Tigris.
Yeah, and the other one is
Gihon.
what's that? Hiddekel, Pison, Euphrates. What's that? Tigris? A Tigris? No, not Tigris. Yeah, there's four rivers. Okay, thank you, David. Yeah. So the river before is it's not like that we have right now. So I hope and pray that all of us will be faithful and we can see when God will recreate all these things again and more beautiful than the first one. All right, let's go to John Mark. Can you read the two paragraphs after the earth?
Okay. Okay. After the earth with its steaming animal and vegetable life had been called into existence, man, the crowning work of the Creator, and the one for whom the beautiful earth had been fitted up, was brought into upon the stage of action. To him was given dominion over all that his eye could behold. For God said, "Let us make man in our image and after our likeness, and let them rule." No, wait, let them have dominion over all the earth. So God created man in his own image, male and female he created them. Here is clearly set forth the origin of the human race. The divine record is so plainly stated that there is no occasion for
Erroneous.
erroneous conclusions. God created man in his own image. Here is no mystery. There is no ground for the supposition that man was evolved by slow degrees of development from lower forms of animal or vegetable life. Such teachings lower the great work of God, the Creator, to the level of man's narrow earthly conceptions. Men are so intent upon excluding God from the sovereignty of the universe that they degrade man and defraud him of the diligently dignity of his origin. He who set the starry worlds on high had tinted them with delicate skills, the flowers of the field, who filled the heavens and filled the earth and the heavens with the wonders of his power. When he came to crown his glorious work, to place one in the midst, to stand as ruler of the fair earth, did not fail to create a being worthy of the hand that gave him life. The genealogy of our race is given by inspiration, traces back its origin not to a line of developing germs, molecules, or quadrupeds, but to the great Creator through though formed from the dust, Adam was the son of God.
One more. He
Okay.
was.
He was placed as God's representative over the lower orders of being that cannot understand or acknowledge the sovereignty of God. Yet they were made capable of loving and serving Ram. The psalmist says, "Thou madest him to have dominion over the works of thy hands. Thou hast Thou hast put all things under his feet, the beasts of the field, the fowl of the air, and whatsoever passes through the paths of the seas.
Amen. Thank you, John, for that. Do you want to say something about these two paragraphs?
Not really.
Not really. Okay. Thank you, John. You know, when God created all these things, right, and all the animals came to existence, and so beautiful when He created us. You know, when He created Adam from the dust, you know, into God's likeness. You know, not we did not came from like they said evolution. You know, so many people believe about evolution that we came from a monkey or from Big Bang theory that everything was just developed. And if you get something, you mix it up and throw it, it's not gonna be perfect. It all scramble. And they say that when the big explosion and then everything just put into order, and then man was created, and all these things just came from the monkey, and now we lower the power of God. But we know that all of us came from the Creator's hand. When God created Adam and Eve, it was perfect, and because of sin, we are mixed up now. Hope and pray that we will see the first our great Adam. I don't know how many great is that, but one day we will see him if we are faithful. Anybody would like to comment this two paragraph?
Could I make a comment, Uncle?
Go ahead, David.
Because just wanted to make a comment on basically the first man, Adam, because it did mention that he was created in the image of God, which is why they said, that's, I guess, what makes, men specifically special is because if you do believe in the Bible, a man basically was created in the image of God, which is, in a sense, if you were able to see Adam when he was still perfect, you're technically looking at basically the face of God.
Amen. That is correct, because he was created in the image of God, So that's how God looks like when we see Adam, When Christ was here on earth, when he took the human nature, he looks like just us also, when he came down. So Adam, how tall was Adam? Almost 15. His body is proportionate to his muscles. It's not just a skinny man standing up, but his body was perfect. So, and created in the image of God. Thank you for that, David. Any more comments?
Doesn't Ellen White say that you were about
To the fullest stature, yeah. Ellen White mentioned about that all of us will grow to the full,
So we have both.
the size of the first when God created Adam, the height.
Oh, so I won't be short?
No, you will not. You will not be short. Everybody will grow to the, because
Be 2.5.
in other worlds, that's what it says there. Ellen White mentioned about it, that all of us will, I don't know to the fullest in our size, but to the fullest in the beginning. That's what it says there.
She also said somewhere, I was just reading it this week, when in heaven, when everybody forms a square and they stand in the sea of glass,
Yeah.
and that nobody's vision will be blocked by somebody else, that
You could see it.
it would be like, I don't know, it seemed like.
You can see
everybody's
miles
the
and
same.
miles away. It says there too. So
But
that
Jesus was sitting in the center.